We all want to look like our favorite anime characters, but some of us don't have the time to invest hours into training. Some of us have more important things to do, like school or practicing for the evil laugh competition. But what if I told you that you can develop an anime physique in half the time you think you need? In fact, there are 3 hacks that I use to speed up my workouts and make more gains in less time. And today, I'm going to share them with you. You're welcome. So no matter how busy you get, you can always make time to train. I'm going to show you how you can halve your workout time to only 30 minutes, how you can decrease the number of days you need to go to the gym, and how you can combine both of these 2 methods to create the ultimate minimalist workout. So that when life hits you like an isekai truck, you'll still be ready to dominate your training. Now, I do my best to work out every day, but there have been times where I've been way too busy with other things that I struggle to find time to fit my workout into. But I found a method that has helped me to have the time of my workout to just 30 minutes. And the best part is, my overall routine stays roughly the same, and it's just as effective as if I did my normal 1-hour routine. It works like this. Picture a guy like Sung Jin-woo, somebody who wants to get stronger, but more importantly wants to do it more efficiently. Now, he could spend hours doing things like killing demon dogs or fighting generic soldier number 5, and he would probably eventually get enough XP to level up. But doing this is gonna take freaking forever, and it would probably be very boring and not a very good show. On the other hand, if he fought somebody like Igris or that giant desert centipede every other day, he could probably get the same amount of levels, but invest less total time into actually fighting. And my method is very similar to this concept. Instead of doing separate sets for each exercise, we are going to be doing one gigantic set for each exercise. So just a massive amount of reps for one set. Not only does this ensure that we train to absolute failure with maximum intensity, but it's also going to save us a huge chunk of time because we don't need to rest as often. Here's how you do it. Let's say you need to speed up your push day, and the first exercise is 3 sets of 20 push-ups, which is your max. In order to turn this into your humongous set, you'll need to multiply the number of sets to the number of reps you're going to do. So in this case, you now have 1 set of 60 instead of 3 sets of 20. Now, if your max is 20, you're probably not going to make it to 60 in a row, which is expected. Whenever you get to failure, let's say you get to failure at 20, rest for maybe 30 seconds and then hop back on to the exercise. And then you keep going until you need to stop again. And then repeat this over and over until you get to that 60. And once you're done with that exercise, rest for about a minute and then do the exact same thing for each following exercise. It's normal for you to be doing fewer reps every single time you need to take a break in the one set, which is totally normal. Like maybe you start doing 20 push-ups, then you can only do 15, then 10, then you have to do 5 every time, and that's totally normal. Muscle growth doesn't happen at the beginning of the set, it happens at the last 2 reps before failure. So don't worry too hard about the number of reps, just focus on good form, pushing with all your limit, and how fatigued you are going to be at the end of the set. Actually, don't think about that. It's best if you don't think about that. But maybe you do have time in your day to work out, but you can't do it every single day. You're a busy guy. I know. Me too. I'm also quite busy. But the thing is, you don't have to work out 6 days a week to see massive changes. You can actually work out for half of that time and still get the same gains as anybody else. It all depends on the second hack, which is changing your workout split. Now, you'll see me preach about the PPL split because I say it's the best split in the world, which it is, fight me. But if you're somebody who needs to save time, this split, which could take 5 or 6 days a week, might be a little too time consuming for you. But luckily there is a split that only requires you to go to the gym for about half of the days that you would normally do for a PPL split and still make the same gains. And that is the upper-lower split. This is where you split your workouts into upper body workouts like pull-ups and push-ups and lower body workouts like squats and calf raises. But because in my eyes, everything is an inferior version of the PPL split, you can think of this as the PPL split, but you take the PP in one day and then you take the L in the other. So instead of your workout looking like push, pull, legs, rest, push, pull, legs, it'll look something closer to upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, rest, rest. It's basically half of the days. +1. Now, the first 2 methods of training are ones that I've personally used whenever things got way too busy. And I'm sure you guys have been through something like this before. You want to commit to training, developing anime V-tapers and some big-ass arms, but then life kicks you in the nuts and runs away with your money. And then all of a sudden it feels like you've got no time to train. But even if you just follow the first 2 hacks that I showed in this video, no matter what life is going to throw at you, you always have time to improve your physique and become the best version of yourself. So if you're someone who feels they have no time to work out, check out my calisthenics game plan. Not only does it include my beginner's guide, my mastery roadmap, and my Toji 2.0 program, but it also has those 30-minute versions of each of them, plus 2-day-a-week versions of every single program. That means you only have to work out 2 days a week to get the same results. That's half of the PPL split. Wow. So no matter how much time you think you have, if you follow these programs, you are going to make the same gains as anybody else. Now, this is a limited time offer because we can't do this all day. So click the link in the description and claim your calisthenics game plan. Who knows? Might already be gone. You'll never know until you check out for yourself. So now that I'm back from the spirit realm, we already have the upper-lower split, which allows us to work out 3 to 4 days a week. And that's all fine and good. But what if you still don't have enough time in the day to work out? Well, with a little bit of fusion dancing, we can combine the first 2 hacks to create the ultimate minimalist routine. One that not only min-maxes the amount of days you need to work out, but the amount of time you need to work out. And that's all thanks to one special training method known as the superset. But what the hell is the superset? Simply put, it's when you do a set of one exercise after another. This is the key to saving time in the upper-lower split. If you were to do a superset on a pull day and you are done with your set of pull-ups and then you immediately jump into rows, since you're working essentially the same muscle groups, you're not going to be able to perform as well since you were gassed from the first set. And sometimes that's okay, but in this situation, we want to be optimizing every single exercise we're doing. But with the upper-lower split, because you're working pulling and pushing on the same day, once you finish a set of pushing, you can immediately jump to a pulling exercise instead. And here, you're not gonna have much fatigue because you're working a different muscle group. You're essentially having your workout time because you're combining 2 sets of different exercises into one superset. Ta-da! So you can finish off a set of pull-ups, jump right into push-ups, and you'll be good to go. Now, out of all of the 3 hacks I talked about in this video, the one I use the most personally is the first one. And I actually use this method to train like Saitama from One Punch Man, which works pretty well considering he has to do hundreds of push-ups, hundreds of sit-ups, hundreds of squats, and whatever. So if you also want to train like One Punch Man, develop his physique without the fear of going bald, you can check out this video right here.